The Champions League is back to face Borussia Dortmund, a challenging opponent after the loss to Lille in this tournament. Ancelotti discusses this match, also the team's defensive system, Jude Bellingham's role on the pitch, tactics, and match insights. So here's Carlo Ancelotti. Let's listen.
It will be 4.5 months after the Champions League final that we will see Dortmund face Real Madrid again. What do you expect for tomorrow's match, and do you think something has changed in Dortmund since then?
Borussia has changed, of course. They have changed coaches and some players, although they are a team that maintains the same concept in their game. They play with intensity and do it very well. They have collective and individual qualities, so it will be a match and a rival that represent a challenge for us, especially since we faced them very recently in the Champions League final.
Dortmund has said they won't train here at the Bernabéu because they fear the spies. Do you have any special insights to analyze Dortmund?
No, football has changed. Nowadays, you can know everything about the rival team because you can watch all the matches they play, so in this sense, there are no secrets. Honestly, I don't like those things, and I have enough data to analyze the opponent and all their recent matches.
On a scale from 1 to 100, how do you see Real Madrid today?
Obviously, we are not at 100 right now. We have managed to get good results in the matches, but clearly we need to improve in our defensive and offensive play. And little by little, we will achieve that.
Do you still think that rock and roll in play is the best style for your team?
That's exactly what I want, because I have players with those qualities. Which in a back-and-forth match really suits us. So I know we have difficulty playing with ball possession because we don't have players with the characteristics to play in tight spaces. Instead, we have players who can utilize their qualities to play in open spaces, which is why a back-and-forth match benefits us. But what I'm focusing on is that we defend better. And I believe that this is the key for us this season. So we have to defend better, just as we did last season. I know we are not a solid team right now, but we are working on it. We will give more solidity to the team.
Bellingham is having a very different season compared to the last one. Last season, at this same time, he had already scored 10 goals and finished the season with 23 goals, while this season, with 9 matches played, he hasn't scored yet. In the last match, he played on the right, and you said he did well there. Do you think Bellingham might be frustrated, or do you believe he accepts his new role? It seems he has to work more defensively than his teammates.
We in the team are happy with the work he is doing. I am satisfied with his work because he works hard on the field. He is always present, competes, always fights and sacrifices himself. Certainly he hasn't scored the goals he did last season, but the surprise is not this. The surprise was last year when he scored many goals when no one expected it, and his goals helped us a lot. But the problem this season is not that we are missing Bellingham's goals, but rather the opposite. We have always scored goals and will continue to do so because we have very talented forwards. So at this moment, it is more important for us the work he is doing now, not the goals he scored last season.
Speaking about the issue of playing with 3 central defenders, have you had the chance to review your last match again? Will we see this system with 3 central defenders in the upcoming matches in the following weeks?
As I already explained after the last match, the 3-defender system was applied when we had the ball. When we didn't have the ball, the defensive line was made up of 4 players, not 5. That's how we have always done it and how we will always do it. This team will not defend with 5 players. Although it's possible that we might do this toward the end of a match when we are winning, then perhaps I would place 5 defenders, or maybe 6, or even 7. But the plan will always be to use 4 defenders.
What does the team lack compared to last season, considering that there has only been one change, with Kroos gone and Mbappe arriving? Why such a difference between this team and last season's?
Well, we also have to consider the physical condition of the players. Now, not everyone is at their best level. And not much more than that. We need to work on being more compact as a team. Sometimes we have the plan to press the opponent high, but we don't have automatism in that regard. I think, on the other hand, we have done well when the opponent plays the ball out. We have done a good job of pressing. I don't see that, but we lack solidity in almost every match to maintain a compact block in midfield. And that's where the team loses solidity.
I would like you to tell us what Bellingham's role is. We've all noticed that he changes position a lot on the field in each match. What do you ask him to do this season? We assume that Mbappe's arrival has changed his role, since we see that he gets into the opposing area much less than last season.
Well, it's not that he has changed positions many times. He only changed positions in the last match. I changed him for that game because we thought he could have more space to attack from the right side from midfield. And I believe we will continue doing this because the left side is very crowded, as Mbappe also plays there. And he has to combine positions with Vinicius. On the right side, we have more space, and we thought that Bellingham and Rodrigo there could be more effective, just as we are on the left side.
What are you focusing on to improve the team's defense? How important is Tchouameni to you? He has received a lot of criticism, although you have said he is essential for providing balance to the team.
What are we working on? On all aspects of football. We are working on being more compact, playing better with the defensive line, having the forwards drop back more, and building up from the defenders. All my work is to try to keep the team as compact as possible. In this sense, Tchouameni is a very important defensive player because he recovers a lot of balls and adapts to different positions on the field. So he is an essential player. I know we have to read situations in matches better to know when to press and when not to. In conclusion, there are many things we have to work on because sometimes we can forget these things if we don't work on them.
Have you seen the videos where Luis Enrique is asking Mbappe to work defensively? What do you ask Mbappe to do in terms of pressing the opponent?
I ask him to score goals. I prefer to score goals rather than press the opponent. Our plan with center forwards has not changed in recent years. I asked Karim for that. And I asked Mbappe exactly the same thing I asked Karim. He needs to be well positioned on the field, to be ready at the moment we recover the ball and try to make a quick transition.
I wanted to ask your assessment of Real Madrid so far this season. Is the team where you expected them to be in October? Are you trying to find solutions still? And also, what are the things that the team needs to improve on tactically, in your opinion, as the season moves forward?
Well, as I said, you don't speak Spanish, huh? Yeah. No, I said that before, that we are working on the defensive aspect. I think offensively we have a lot of solution, a lot of option. Defensively, we are trying to be more compact and more solid defensively. It's true that we didn't concede a lot of goal, but it's true sometimes that the rivals had opportunities, and and now we are working on this to try to be more solid defensively, because when we are solid, when we are compact, we have more opportunity to win games, because sooner or later we have a possibility to score goals.
Luka Modric now has legendary status at the club, and over the weekend we saw him unlock a match that was complicated for the team with an assist. What does it mean for you to have this player at your disposal? Do you think we will see him in the starting 11 for tomorrow's match?
That was a perfect question, but only before the end, because I won't answer that last part. Honestly, Modric is a unique player. He is unique in our team and unique in the world. He has great experience and a unique quality, not only with the ball, but also in his positioning on the field. He manages the rhythm of the game very well, which helps us a lot, and I hope he can help us tomorrow, whether he is in the starting lineup or not.